So thank you so much, guys, for connecting to our weekly collective calls. We hold them on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Today's Tuesday, and we got two amazing projects today to pitch here, answer the Q&A, so the usual drill. So my name is Ivan, and Malika is also here. We are hosts of such meetings. And as I said before, we got two amazing projects here to pitch. And let me introduce them real quick. So first things first, we got Mate, founder at the project called The Core. And hopefully we'll see Sam joining us here. It's a project called Liquido, so hopefully we'll hear them as well. Let's start with the project called The Core. Mates, passing the mic to you. Happy to see you, man.
Thank you very much, guys. So my name is Mate. I'm founder and CEO of The Core, and today let me literally bring you to the future. So what is The Core? The Core is a cross-platform multiplayer gaming universe where we basically turn the gaming zero-sum business model into a compounding, player-yielding ecosystem. Why do we do this now and what we care about? Huge gaming ecosystems like Fortnite and Roblox has proven that gamers are centralized in attention. And we also understand that this ecosystem can make really serious amount of money. However, Telegram has also proven most recently and other messaging apps that new gen players are most interested in instant launch, quick, hyper casual games. And on the third note, Web3 has proven that it has potential in making revenue, and the market is growing. However, most Web3 games are still behind technological walled gardens. So what do we do to actually build a huge, by huge I mean billion gaming ecosystems? We have a unique approach for that, which has four pillars. First pillar is we basically avoid the Web3 adoption paradox, which means is that we keep Web3 and blockchain benefits of games, however, we completely hide it behind the user experience. Second, we need to build evolving gameplay experience. So we need to forget static pre-built gameplays and we need to build a constantly entertaining experience. Third, we need this to work from the economical perspective. So we basically replace isolated and inflating game economies with an open economy where the economy value can itself generate yield. And third, most important, genuine onboarding. There we basically replace one-off or even recurring reacquisition cost of users, and we create an ecosystem where the stakeholders of the ecosystems are always present. So on that note, we are placing them always just one step away from the core. I was talking about the future. So how we build this ecosystem is basically we create an alternative universe, even an alternative civilization, which is exempt from geographic, technical, and even political history barriers. This world is set in the future and has lots of expansion potential since it's about space exploration. In space we can basically find anything. That world we already started building. How we build this world is basically the hub with the players. The first thing that players do in our world is start building the empire, and with the empire they build an infrastructure. That they do currently in our web version. That infrastructure will be used by other players to start leveling up their characters. Those leveling ups will be processed through minigames, for example on Telegram, so they can start playing small games, so they can start leveling up their characters. Then they take the empires, take the characters and start exploring the world in a AAA MMO game experience that we will bring to mobile, PC, console, wherever players already are. All these are connected with an interlinked narrative, an AI game master, and a hidden blockchain that synchronizes it all. With this approach, we can basically target the whole gaming market, and we're going to take it over step by step. First, we are focusing on Web3 players, but like I said, we are launching a Telegram minigame to start having players from messaging apps, and then we will go for mobile and then for PC console. What we need to do that is an infrastructure that is ready to accept this whole ecosystem, and we benchmark that from the neobank industry. What neobanks has done is they basically breached the infrastructure of banks into a virtual layer. Now we build that layer to host players from all over the channels that we can source them. We are going to open it up for game studios so they can launch games in the core, and as they grew the assets behind our ecosystem, those assets will start generating yield through DeFi and other protocols. We already started building this universe. Our testing environment were seen by more than 1,000 players, and even with a very limited functionality, we already started to generate revenue. And most importantly, the first piece of our abstraction technology increased our onboarding efficiency with 500%. Now we needed to figure out how we bring players to this place. This is the ecosystem part. We built Orbit and launched it in March, and in the very first month, we onboarded more than 200 KOLs with more than 7 million followers. Right now, we are going to open up this platform to players and investors so they can actually start approaching the 25 listed project so they can start onboarding to them. With this, we are basically creating an ecosystem where players, influencers, investors can always come back to the core and then bridge it further. We want to scale this ecosystem from now. So since we validated the onboarding and we validated the world building, our approach now is to start building the ecosystem, and with a step-by-step approach, we eventually want to reach the 1 billion target number. Our revenue is diversified. We can bring in revenue from games through convenience and the user-generated content. We can take a fee from the Web3 influencer market that we are going to host on Orbit. And as the economy grows, we can start using the assets behind our economies to start generating more yield. This economy will be powered by the influence token. The influence token is basically the tool for products and services within the ecosystem, and we will launch it in a MiCA compliant, regulated way to make sure that it lasts the evolving regulatory standard. So this is how we want to tackle the market. We want to grow big as Roblox and Fortnite, but we also want to leverage the proven benefits of Web3, but in a way how it can reach hundreds of millions of players.
Yeah, thank you so much for your pitch. We've already got some questions. First goes like this. If I only have 10 minutes a day, can I still become a space legend in the core?
Yes, indeed. Right now, you can even start playing the core with a few minutes of time in the gameplay. And we already launched some idle features for the core. So you can actually start creating some more enhanced resources, and that only needs a few minutes of time of yours. And yeah, our next Telegram minigame will also be a super fast shooting experience. So basically, if you just want to have, if you just have 10 minutes a day and you want to have some experience gaming, some exciting game, then our Telegram minigame will cover that as well.
Yeah, thank you. Joaquim is asking traction to date. Why do I move to this versus Fortnite?
Yeah, because you want to own the ecosystem and you want to own the world that you're actually building. So with Fortnite, you are still having like a limited closed economy, but with the core, you can basically do whatever you want with the assets, and you can basically leverage them in any way that you want. So imagine Fortnite, but with Web3 benefits that you can also call the core like that.
Yeah, thanks. And the first part of the question, traction to date?
Yes, so basically we have more than 2,000 players already who started our world building experience. On Orbit, we have almost 10 million followers of the KOS. We just reached 260 KOS this month. We have 25 projects in Orbit, including Astronova and Coinstore. And we are just about to start our serious user onboarding activities. So with the first Telegram minigame, we actually want to grow the community, which is a few thousand players today. We want to grow it up to the 20, 30, 40. Basically, the potential is unlimited, but with the current resources, we see that we can reach like a 40,000 community with the Telegram game.
Yeah, thank you. We also have a question about KOLs. Orbit has 230 KOLs, love that. But how do you make sure this isn't just hype fuel and actually grows a lasting player base?
Yeah, we already have a function in Orbit which is boosts. So if you have a successful cooperation with the KOL, you can boost the KOL, so that's like a positive appreciation. But we are also going to implement traction analysis functions with AI-powered follower analysis, so we can eventually have a feature where you can, as a project, can see that whether 90% of the followers of a KOL is fake or the traction is fake. So we are gonna, to be honest, the whole purpose of Orbit is also to clear up the market a little bit, because right now there is so much noise in Web3 that basically jeopardizes the whole industry. So one of the objectives of Orbit is to make it clearer, make it more transparent, and make it more trusted. So that's basically kind of what we want to do here with Web3.
Yeah, guys, more questions. Do we have more questions?
Yeah, I also have anything to add, guys. We can we have maybe 2 questions or so left to ask, mate. So guys, feel free to reach out. And besides, mate, could you tell us about the team? So who's building the project, who's behind it? And are you looking for strategic advisors or maybe partnerships nowadays?
Yeah, so the team consists of 15 people. Fun thing that we have bootstrapped the project so far completely. So I am the founder. This is not my first step. I started to work in Web3 projects in 2018. That was my first DeFi project. Then I built a core banking system, basically a neo-banking system. I was working on that for 4 years. We launched the first CBDC of the EU with that project. And right now the core team is basically made of Jason, who is like a AAA game designer. He has been working in the gaming sector for 20 years, and I've been working with the CTO for the next 5 years on different projects. So with them, we started the project, and I think what most important about the project is that what connects us all, and it's basically the core is not just a project that we build for money. This is basically something that we build because we are going to be interested in this thing for like 20 years because it has all the element that makes it fun to build. So yeah, we are trying to transform business into fun, not just in the project but for ourselves as well. So yeah, and what we are looking for, we have been building the project for 2 years in-house, and then we are basically just opening up. So if you guys are and also the fundraising stuff, we just started the fundraising like 2 weeks ago. Grants we just started to apply for 2 weeks ago. We already secured immutable, for example. So basically anybody who's interested in joining and helping me and our team to make it to the market, funding grants and reaching, anybody that we want to reach in Web3 and then over Web3, then we are happy to discuss.
Yeah, totally. Thank you so much for answering my question. I think the Q&A is now over. So for the course, so thank you so much, mates, for your pitch and answering the questions. Well, it was all interesting.
Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate the questions and thank you for the opportunity.
Totally. So we're moving on to our second project, and I'm pretty happy to see Sam join us here from Liquido. So Sam, thank you so much for joining. Passing the mic to you. Glad you made it.
I'm a bit of a off the deck type of pitcher, but basically we're building Liquido. We founded Liquido back in 2023. There's a team of 2 founders, myself, and the CTO is also the co-founder. I came with the initial idea to be able to aggregate liquidity across multiple chains. The initial chains we started with were the Bitcoin layer 2s, as we're kind of involved in the ecosystem quite heavily, I was. So I started basically building in there. We built an aggregator. And within the aggregator, we wanted to provide a product that would also then transition being a bridge across other chains. And that's what we built our Liquido to be. In doing so, we also grew this into being more of an AI initiative as well. So within the platform itself, every person that logs in with their wallet and signs in, they have access to their own agent, which is personalized the more they use the agent. It learns their techniques, learns what they're working with. Say someone's based on more memes or someone likes more altcoins. It learns what you're actually doing, what you prefer, and it picks your strategies for you. And as we develop the AI agent more, there'll be more specific strategies. So if you're more of like an RSI trader, you're a swing trader, you can pick up those type of patterns as well. And it can encourage you on what's the best route for you or the best options you can look at doing for that. So it's a bit about the actual platform there itself. With this, we've been launched back 2023. We started the fundraising and developing. End of 2023, we started putting that together, our advisors on that. Then we started fundraising in January 2024. From that, we raised an initial full 50K, and then the market took a bit of a turn. So since then, we've just been in build mode. Been a bit quiet as well after our beta. So we've done one initial beta to get some kind of feedback on the project. We're actually building and how people liked it. So this is a little bit about it. This was the swap platform itself. So we initially launched this during the beta. We had over 10,000 users interact with us. It was over 14,000 transactions. And from that, we're the leading product on BitLayer for around 3 months, and also on CoreDAO. We're in the top category, number 3 for 1 month running. And from this, we collect a lot of data and feedback from our users during that little mini downturn. We call it the mini bear market. And we've actually then developed the product more. We built out our bridge as well. So now we're multi-chain. And our agent, we actually onboarded 2 AI devs into the team full-time, one Aussie-based and one from Netherlands. So rather than outsourcing, we grew our team. and we have the AI agents actually developing it. So we actually launched it this week. Tomorrow, we're launching an AI agent where people can interact with it, test it, give us their feedback, and we have a few little quests that they have to do to interact with the agent itself. And then once we have the feedback from that, we're going live with the fully functioning agent in the next few weeks as well. And alongside this, we're launching the bridge this week as well. This week is where we actually launch the testnet, so people can hop on there, test out the product itself, see what it's like on testnet. And that way it doesn't actually cost them anything, because our last beta we had a few people saying, hey, we're actually paying to interact with you guys, even though they do get a reward for it. So this time we made it easier for all the users to get involved, a few simple tasks, and actually perform some swaps on there. And this also gives us a bit of stress testing on the platform as well. That's a bit about Liquido in there. And you can check it out yourselves, guys. The dashboard's there. We have a trading system for it, a few simple social tasks. And then once we gather the feedback from this, we go fully functional with our bridge and the actual platform here. You'll see all the different functions have different layers you can pick from. Soon there'll be Solana in there, Ethereum, you name it, EVM's going to be on it. And the bridge platform takes care of it all with it. So it's been developing during the downturn, and now we're coming back. So we're quite happy to see that. We want to get our community back up and running. That's the main thing for us, because we need that community growth and development with it, and that's what we're seeing. Last night we actually launched this beta, and since then we've gathered other 600 users have onboarded to it. So we're looking forward to how this goes over the next 4 weeks. A bit about the questions, fundraising, or anything you need to know. I can fire off a bit more.
Yeah, totally. So thank you so much, Sam, for your pitch. We already received a couple of questions, so let me run through them real quick. First, goes like this. Imagine it's 2026. What's the craziest use case somebody is building with your AI Hub marketplace?
For us, actually, there's one thing I forgot to mention in there. I was talking a bit, but we do have the marketplace coming next. It's not something we've built yet, but the marketplace is meant to kind of involve involve traders. So the traders on the platform, they're here to trade their tokens. They actually can go through the marketplace and see what agents can support them. So we'll be supporting other agents that are building anything from trading bots or indicator bots for them, and they can purchase them on there and trade it through the marketplace. So it's more of a hub for them to come to, your trading hub. So it's your one-stop shop for everyone with one-click swaps.
Yeah, see, thank you. Another one goes like this. Fragmentation in DeFi is real, but what makes Liquido actually different from every other aggregator claiming to solve it?
Because we actually do. So people can actually hop on there, perform a swap straight away, and it's done to them. A lot of the back-end works where the dirty action happens. So you may see some aggregators that have a lot of slippage issues, while we can actually source from on-chain and off-chain. The off-chain side is through the sexes. So that's still a little bit more development to go, but we've done a few test runs on it. It actually works with it. So it actually gives us a lot more access to more untapped liquidity that people don't really see on aggregators.
Okay, gotcha. Then Joaquim asks if you can share volume in past 12 months.
Volume. So on the testnet one, I can share that document to the chat if they need afterwards. But yeah, we had over 10,000 users interact on there, and it was around 14,000 transactions we completed throughout the beta test. And then since then, we went back to building, and now we're going back with our beta 2.0, which is where the real action will be and more metrics from that.
Okay, thanks, Sam. We received another one. So it goes like this. Share the most interesting agents for now, just out of curiosity.
I would say our agent will have to be the most interesting one. I'm not going to plug someone else's agent at the moment.
Okay, I getcha. Guys, as always, if you have any questions to ask to our to address to our founders and you guys can pitch here, feel free to go in the chat and find all the contact details, their TG handles, emails, and whatnot. So it's all in there. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's an addition to the previous question. Share the most interesting agents for now, or the automated stuff.
Most ultimate thing would be the beta we're doing right now. So the beta is here to onboard users. We're aiming to have around over 100,000 users onboarded into it. From that, we get invaluable feedback of how they actually stress test the platform and any features I can see added to it. And then that way, when we're leading up to a TGE in the following weeks, we can provide them the best product available.
I see, thanks. Yeah, thanks. Great concept for this year. Okay, project, I would like to ask a question. So could you tell us a bit more about the team as well? Because I think I've not spotted any slides regarding that.
Yeah, so actually I have a slide here. I'll try to find it for you. But our team is based, I've been in crypto since 2017. I started out just basically in ICOs and pre-sales, and then from that I became a KOL, became Crypto Playboy, and grew one of Australia's largest VC funds there, community VCs, called Crypto Playboy Capital. And then from that, I obviously got more and more involved in the space. It was my full-time profession, and I got involved in a lot of advisory roles. I really got heavily involved in the Bitcoin ecosystem as well. And saw a lot of projects launching through there and what was buildable and what was scalable. And that's what we had, obviously the idea for an aggregator through those layer twos. My team as well, the co-founder Dushan, and he's had over like 15 years experience in blockchain. Through IT and the blockchain experience has been around 9 years now, more specializing in smart contracts and development on that side. In the past, he's built anything from launch pads to aggregators to dexes, so he's quite versed in what we're doing here. But the cross-chain section is always the most difficult, building bridges and understanding that back end. And most of our team, like I've worked with them in the past or been close friends of a friend that recommended them. Even the AI side, these have been one guy I've known him for over the last 9 years. He's been working at agentic AI very recently, but before that he's been involved in the AI space. So it took us some convincing and we got him on board finally. And he took on one of his partners as well to join our team. So it makes a big difference having like credible AI developers in your team rather than just outsourcing it for us.
Yeah, totally. Thank you. And I think, it's time to conclude the Q&A. I think we already exceed the mark. So thank you so much, Sam, for your pitch. And the Q&A was lovely. And happy to see you sometime in our calls.
Too easy, guys. Thank you very much for having us on.
Yeah, totally. Happy to see you in 2 days. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much, Malika, for helping me out. And till next time. Bye.